The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The country's unemployment rate fell for a third straight month in May. Data from the Philippine Statistics Authority shows that unemployment fell to 4.3% in May. That's equivalent to 2.17 million jobless Filipinos. The latest figure is an improvement from the 4.5% or 2.6 million jobless Filipinos logged in April. Underemployment also fell to 11.7% in May, or about 5.66 million Filipinos looking to work additional hours or find an additional job. That's an improvement from the 12.9% or 6.2 million recorded in April. National statistician Dennis Mapa says that 2.17 million jobless Filipinos is one of the lowest tallied in recent years. Among the top sectors that showed the highest year-on-year increase in the number of employed persons were agriculture and forestry, as well as accommodation and food service activities. Water level in the Angat Dam has further dropped this morning. As of 6 a.m., the water level in the dam is at about 180.45 meters, about half a meter lower compared to yesterday's 180.89 meters. This is also less than half a meter above the dam's minimum operating level of 180 meters. The National Water Resources Board, or NWRB, previously announced that water allocation will be reduced if the water level at Angat Dam continues to decrease. It is also not expected that water level in the dam will rise, especially with insufficient rainfall due to the El Nino phenomenon. Thus, Pag-asa urged the public to conserve water as threats of further reduction in water allocation looms.
Pinapayuhan din po natin yung ating mga kababayan na habang may ulan, gamitin po natin yung ating rainwater harvesting o gamitin natin ang tubig ulan na hindi po yung kailangan na laging bubuksan natin ang ating gripo pag kailangan ng tubig ng ating mga tubig. So pwede pa rin pong gamitin yung mga tubig ulan para at least po yung dapat nating matitipid ay available pa rin po dun sa ating dam para makapagpasupply pa rin.
The United States expressed concern over China's more aggressive activity in the West Philippine Sea. The PCG has reported that Philippine Coast Guard vessels were harassed by Chinese ships during a support mission in the West Philippine Sea. They added that at least 3 Chinese ships were guarding Ayungin, and 2 of them blocked the path of the Philippine ships. Meanwhile, 6 militia vessels and other Chinese Coast Guard vessels also supposedly obstructed the path of 2 PCG ships when they were about 3 miles from the Ayungin Shoal. In a phone call with Defense Secretary Gibo Chodoro, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin III reiterated that the Mutual Defense Treaty covers Philippine public vessels, including those of the Coast Guard. Meanwhile, in a tweet, U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines, Mary Kay Carlton, called on China to comply with the 2016 arbitration ruling as a starting point to achieve a free Indo-Pacific region. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Another Muntinlupa RTC judge has inhibited from hearing the last remaining drug case against former Senator Laila de Lima. Judge Abraham Joseph Alcantara of the Muntinlupa RTC Branch 204 granted a motion for inhibition filed by a panel of prosecutors. Alcantara also ordered the transfer of de Lima's case records to the RTC's clerk of court to be raffled to another court. Alcantara is the second judge to inhibit from de Lima's drug case in less than a month, after RTC Branch 256 Judge Romeo Buenaventura, who granted motions for inhibitions filed by de Lima's co-accused. Judge Alcantara had acquitted de Lima in her second drug complaint. However, the judge said he has no other choice but to inhibit from the former lawmaker's remaining case for lack of trust in his actions, whether it is well-grounded or not. Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong doubles down on his claims of corruption in the Public Works Department. Speaking to the chiefs, Magalong claimed that the reason behind the country's numerous substandard infrastructure is because some officials pocket the funds instead of using it for the projects. The mayor, however, refused to name names for his safety.
Isa sa pinakamalaki talaga na pork barrel talaga yun nasa DPWH kasi kaya nilang kontrolin yan. May porsyento na nga, sila pa yung kontraktor. O kaya, may porsyento na nga, sila pa yung supplier. That's the reason why you see a lot of projects now, substandard projects. Consistently substandard. Putting myself, in a very, very adverse position if I say that. Better to just simply say na it's happening. For the meantime, I don't have to say names.
Meanwhile, DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan told the big story that he has no information on Magalong's statements, but he is open to investigate the claims should more details emerge.
To me, my perception is that I don't have any information as to it. There are still pork barrel. Because all the projects that had been allocated to all the legislative members of Congress are actually incorporated in the President's budget. If we have information of that sort, why not?
Twitter has reportedly threatened to sue Meta over its new Threads platform. News website Semaphore cited a letter sent to Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg by Twitter's lawyer Alex Spiro. Spiro accused Meta of hiring former Twitter employees who have access to Twitter's trade secrets. A former Twitter employee told Reuters that they are not aware of any former staffers working on Threads. Meanwhile, Twitter owner Musk said competition is fine, cheating is not, in response to a tweet citing the news. Meta, which launched Threads on Wednesday, has already logged more than 30 million signups. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 10:30 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.